Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a bright and sunshiny day. Hey, well, it will be, I think. It's all cloudy. I gave her a big treat. It'll keep her busy for a while. I won't forget to shut the coffee pot off this time because I already shut it off. I started up early. Then I was getting all mixed up. I had to go to a previous um video that had all my hashtags. Go to edit. I forgot I was on it. Edit. I was editing the description. Only it's complicated when you go to notes and you back it up. The previous one of them will turn yellow, and then when you go to copy and paste, it won't be there where you want to send it. So I deleted that, went to a previous one, added the one I wanted to, copied that one and go back to notes and pasted it. And I forgot I was on a video editing the description, and I was like, why doesn't it say I can't um do um um the regular stuff I need to do to set this live up? I went, oh, I'm an idiot. I added everything you need to for devotions. I was all ready. Nope, this is not devotions. Okay. Then I do some pictures and stuff. Yep, same thing. Yep. Our Father in heaven, may your name be kept holy. May your kingdom come soon. May your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today the food we need, and forgive us our sins, as we have forgiven those who sin against us. And don't let us yield to temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Thank you, Jehovah, for another beautiful day on your beautiful earth. And thank you for allowing us to wake up today. Thank you for an, uh, what you did for us in the past, present, and what you will do for us in the future. I have to either stitch these. Yeah, I think I'll just stitch up these pajamas, man. You hear the thud? I'll take it away later after a while. Um, Jehovah, please help the people that has a serious illness that needs physical and mental strength to get to fight the illness off. That is Tate with the heart condition and cancer. The rest just have cancer. Cindy Lee, Lisa, Shannon Doherty, King Charles, Princess Diane, and Celine Dion has an autoimmune disease called stiff person syndrome. There's a lot of pain. Please help them with the physical strength and mental strength that they need to fight it off. And please help Lisa's husband, who has a lot of health issues as well. Jacob Wallace is from the Crazy Middles on YouTube. I guess they were goofing off at school. He fell, hit his head, seizure, um, then he blacked out. So he has a headache. Yesterday's vlog, the parents said it was just a bad day, but he's getting better. He was just having a bad day, and he had a really nasty headache. Most likely, he has a concussion. Most likely, poor kid. Just help Jacob get better soon. If it has to be slowly, fine. Let it be slowly, but just let him get better soon. Continue to help Christina and everything she needs with the health issues and everything. Continue to help Jenny with her stomach. Tiffany's son needs mental help and a place to live, please. Robin with her pain management. She doesn't want to take the pills, I don't blame her, but she doesn't want the pain either. Miss Deanne and daughters, Arnie, Vicky and family, Carol and mom. Please help them. In the name of Jesus, amen. I thought I left it on there. Twins who were different. What's that? That's a big treat. You'll be working on that all day. Yeah, that's okay. She'll be working on it all day. Um, let's just play it.
Story number 17. Twins who were different. The two boys here are very different, aren't they? Do you know their names? The hunter is Esau, and the boy taking care of the sheep is Jacob. Esau and Jacob were the twin sons of Isaac and Rebekah. The father Isaac liked Esau a lot.
That's Esau. He's the one that had the hair all over him, and he probably had red hair.
Because he was a good hunter and would bring home food for the family to eat. But Rebekah loved Jacob most because he was a quiet, peaceful boy. Grandfather Abraham was still alive, and we can just imagine how Jacob liked to listen to him talk about Jehovah. Abraham finally died at 175 years of age when the twins were 15 years old. When Esau was 40 years old, he married two women from the land of Canaan. This made Isaac and Rebekah very sad, because these women did not worship Jehovah. Then one day something happened that made Esau very angry with his brother Jacob. The time came when Isaac was to give a blessing to his older son. Since Esau was older than Jacob, Esau expected to receive this blessing. But Esau had earlier sold the right to Jacob. Also, when the two boys were born, God had said that Jacob would receive the blessing. And this is what happened. Isaac gave the blessing to his son Jacob. Later, when Esau learned about this, he became angry with Jacob. He was so angry that he said he was going to kill Jacob. When Rebekah heard about this, she was very worried. So she told her husband Isaac, "It will be just terrible if Jacob also marries one of these women of Canaan." At that, Isaac called his son Jacob and told him, "Don't marry a woman from Canaan. Go instead to the house of your grandfather Bethuel in Haran. Marry one of the daughters of his son Laban." Jacob listened to his father and right away began his long trip to where his relatives lived in Haran.
Hold on a second. Got an issue over here. So now I figured out how to play these without going back and forth to the Bible. So we click on it. Genesis chapter 25 verses 5 through 11. You click here. Of course you click there. Get rid of that. You don't want that. You just want.
Later on, Abraham gave everything he had to Isaac, but Abraham gave gifts to his sons by his concubines. Then while he was still alive, he sent them eastward, away from Isaac his son, to the land of the east. The years of Abraham's life were 175 years. Then Abraham breathed his last and died, at a good old age, old and satisfied, and was gathered to his people. His sons, Isaac and Ishmael, buried him in the cave of Machpelah, in the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar the Hittite, that is in front of Mamre, the field that Abraham had purchased from the sons of Heth. There Abraham was buried, with his wife Sarah. After Abraham's death, God continued to bless his son Isaac, and Isaac was dwelling near Beer Lahai Roi. This is the history of Ishmael, the son of Abraham, whom Hagar the Egyptian, the servant of Sarah, bore to Abraham. Now these are...
I wish it stopped at the correct one. Next, oh man, yeah. Yep, same thing.
Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel the Aramean of Paddan Aram, the sister of Laban the Aramean. And Isaac kept pleading with Jehovah regarding his wife, because she was barren. So Jehovah responded to his plea, and his wife Rebekah became pregnant. And the sons within her began to struggle with each other, so that she said,
"If this is the way it is, why should I go on living?"
So she inquired of Jehovah, and Jehovah said to her, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples will be separated from within you.
Sorry, excuse me.
Will be stronger than the other nation, and the older will serve the younger. When the time came for her to give, it was like a garment of hair, so they named him Esau. After that, his brother came out. The time came for 2 nations are in your womb.
I had a reminder.
And 2 peoples will be separated from within you. And the one nation will be stronger than the other nation, and the older will serve the younger. When the time came for her to give birth, look, twins were in her womb. Then the first came out, red all over, and was like a garment of hair, so they named him Esau. After that, his brother came out, and his hand was holding onto the heel of Esau, so he named him Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when she gave birth to them. As the boys got bigger, Esau became a skilled hunter, a man of the field. But Jacob was a blameless man. Tense. And Isaac loved Esau because it meant game in his mouth, whereas Rebekah loved Jacob. On one occasion, Jacob was boiling some stew when Esau returned from the field exhausted. So Esau said to Jacob,
"Quick, please, give me some of the red stew that you have there, for I am exhausted."
That is why his name was Edom. To this Jacob said,
First, sell me your right as firstborn.
and Esau continued,
Here I am about to die. What use is a birthright to me?
and Jacob added.
Swear to me first.
So he swore to him, and sold his right as firstborn to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew, and he ate and drank, and he got up and went away. Thus Esau despised the birthright.
Mm. Genesis 26:34 and 35. When Esau was 40 years old, he took his wife Judith, the daughter of Beel, Be, Be, no, Beeri, the Hittite, and also Basemeth, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite. They were a source of great grief to Isaac and Rebekah. Yep, the whole thing. Yep.
Chapter 27. Now when Isaac was old, and his eyes were too weak to see, he called Esau his older son to him, and said,
My son.
He replied, Here I am. And he went on to say,
I have now grown old. I do not know the day of my death. So at this time take, please, your weapons, your quiver, and your bow, and go out to the field and hunt some wild game for me. Then make the kind of tasty dish that I am fond of, and bring it to me. Then I will eat it, so that I may bless you before I die.
However, Rebekah was listening while Isaac spoke to Esau his son. And Esau went out into the field to hunt game and to bring it in. And Rebekah said to Jacob her son,
I just heard your father speaking to your brother Esau, saying, Bring me some game and make me a tasty dish. Then let me eat so that I may bless you before Jehovah before my death. And now, my son, listen carefully and do what I am instructing you.
Sorry.
Go please to the herd and get me 2 of the best young goats from there, so that I may prepare from them a tasty dish for your father, just the way he likes it. Then take it to your father to eat, in order that he may bless you before his death.
Jacob said to his mother Rebekah,
But Esau, my brother, is a hairy man, and my skin is smooth. What if my father feels me? Then I will certainly appear to be mocking him, and I will bring upon myself a curse rather than a blessing.
At this, his mother said to him,
Upon me be the curse meant for you, my son. Just do as I say and go. Get them for me.
So he went and got them and brought them to his mother. And his mother made a tasty dish, just the way his father liked it. After that, Rebekah took her older son Esau's finest garments, which she had in the house, and put them on her younger son Jacob. She also put the skins of the young goats on his hands and on the hairless part of his neck. Then she handed the tasty dish and the bread that she had made to her son Jacob. So he went in to his father and said,
My father!
to which he said,
Here I am. Who are you, my son?
Jacob said to his father,
I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done just as you told me. Sit up, please, and eat some of my game, so that you may bless me.
At that, Isaac said to his son,
How were you so quick in finding it, my son?
He replied,
Because Jehovah your God brought it to me.
Then Isaac said to Jacob,
Come near, please, that I may feel you, my son, to know whether you are really my son Esau or not.
So Jacob came near to his father Isaac, and he felt him. After which he said,
The voice is the voice of Jacob, but the hands are the hands of Esau.
He did not recognize him, because his hands were hairy, like the hands of his brother Esau. So he blessed him. After that he asked,
Are you really my son Esau?
to which he replied.
I am.
Then he said,
Bring me some of the wild game for me to eat, my son. Then I will bless you.
With that he brought it to him, and he ate. And he brought him wine, and he drank. Then Isaac his father said to him,
Come near, please, and kiss me, my son.
So he came near and kissed him, and he could smell the scent of his garments. Then he blessed him and said,
See, the scent of my son is like the scent of the field that Jehovah has blessed. May the true God give you the dews of the heavens, and the fertile soils of the earth, and an abundance of grain and new wine. Let peoples serve you, and let nations bow low to you. Be master over your brothers, and let the sons of your mother bow low to you. Cursed be everyone who curses you, and blessed be everyone who blesses you.
Now Isaac had just finished blessing Jacob, and Jacob had barely left the presence of his father Isaac when his brother Esau came back from his hunting. He too prepared a tasty dish and brought it to his father. And he said to his father,
Let my father get up and eat some of his son's game, in order that you may bless me.
At this his father Isaac said to him,
Who are you?
to which he said,
I am your son, your firstborn, Esau.
And Isaac began to tremble violently. So he said,
Who was it, then, who hunted for game and brought it to me? I already ate it before you arrived, and I blessed him.
No.
And he will surely be
No.
blessed.
On hearing his father's words, Esau began to cry out in an extremely loud
Lay
and
down.
bitter manner, and to say to his father,
Bless me. Yes, me too, my father.
but he said,
Your brother came deceitfully, so that he might get the blessing meant for you.
At this he said,
Is he not rightly named Jacob, that he might supplant me these 2 times? My birthright he has already taken, and now he has taken my blessing.
Then he added,
Have you not reserved a blessing for me?
But Isaac answered Esau,
Here I have appointed him master over you, and I have given him all his brothers as servants, and I have bestowed grain and new wine for his support. What is left that I can do for you, my son?
Esau said to his father,
Is there just one blessing that you have, my father? Bless me. Yes, me too, my father.
With that Esau cried loudly and burst into tears. So his father Isaac answered him,
See, away from the fertile soils of the earth your dwelling will be, and away from the dew of the heavens above. And by your sword you will live, and you will serve your brother. But when you grow restless, you will indeed break his yoke off your neck.
However, Esau harbored animosity against Jacob because of the blessing his father had given him. And Esau kept saying in his heart,
The days of mourning for my father are getting closer. After that, I am going to kill Jacob, my brother.
When the words of her older son Esau were told to Rebekah, she at once sent for her younger son Jacob and said to him,
Look, your brother Esau is planning to take revenge by killing you. Now, my son, do as I say. Get up and run away to my brother Laban at Haran. Dwell with him for a while until your brother's rage calms down, until your brother's anger toward you subsides and he forgets what you have done to him. Then I will send for you from there. Why should I lose both of you in one day?
After that, Rebekah kept saying to Isaac,
I am disgusted with my life because of the daughters of Heth. If Jacob ever takes a wife from the daughters of Heth, like these daughters of the land, what good is my life?
Chapter 28, 1 through 5. Also Genesis. No one's here. Hold on, I'm checking something. If I didn't... Yeah, I did. Okay. I was just double checking to see if I sent, you know, notifications out. Genesis chapter 28, 1 through 5. So Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and commanded him, saying, You must not take a wife from the daughters of Canaan. Go away to Pedanaram, to the house of Bethel, your mother's father, and from Bethuel, your father's mother. And from there, take for yourself a wife from the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. God Almighty will bless you and make you fruitful and multiply you, and you will certainly become a congregation of people. And he will give to you the blessing of Abraham, to you and to your offspring with you, so that you may take possession of the land where you have been living as a foreigner, which God has given to Abraham. So Isaac sent Jacob away, and he departed for Padanaram, to Laban, the son of Bethuel in Aramean, the brother of Rebekah, the mother of Jacob and Esau. Ugh. Hebrews chapter 16 and 17. And watch that among you there is no one who is sexually immoral, nor anyone who does not appreciate sacred things, like Esau, who gave up his right as firstborn in exchange for one meal. For you know that afterwards, when he wanted to inherit the blessing, he was rejected. So although he earnestly tried to bring about a change of mind with tears, it was To no avail. So my left eye is getting extremely watery, and I'm trying to read from it. If you're saying, well, try to read that from your other eye. Well, I'm blind in my right eye since birth. So, well, I say 90% blind from it. Once in a while, I can see it. I can see it. Other times I can't. The doctor said you will, and there's only one. There is like there is a way to fix it, but but the side effect is glaucoma, and then he goes, yeah, then you lose your sight in it. I'm like, exactly, so I might as well stay like this. Okay, next story. Oh, back to Bible stories, I guess. Um, Jacob goes to Haran. I forgot.
Story number 18. Jacob goes to Haran. Do
Haran.
you know who these men are Jacob is talking to? After traveling many days, Jacob met them by a well. They were taking care of their sheep. Jacob asked, "Where are you from?" "Haran," they said. "Do you know Laban?" Jacob asked.
Laban.
"Yes," they answered. "Look, here comes his daughter Rachel with his flock of sheep.
Rachel.
Can you see Rachel there coming in the distance?" When Jacob saw Rachel with his uncle Laban's sheep, he went and rolled the stone away from the well so the sheep could drink. Then Jacob kissed Rachel and told her who he was. She was very excited, and she went home and told her father Laban. Laban was very happy to have Jacob stay with him. And when Jacob asked to marry Rachel, Laban was glad. However, he asked Jacob to work in his fields 7 years for Rachel. Because he loved Rachel so much, Jacob did this. But when the time came for the marriage, do you know what happened?
Oh, yes.
Laban gave his older daughter
Sorry.
Leah to Jacob instead of Rachel. When Jacob agreed to work for Laban 7 more years, Laban also gave him Rachel as his wife. In those times, God allowed men to have more than one wife. But now, as the Bible shows, a man should have only one wife.
Oh, that's it. This one's kind of short. There's only one passage for this.
After that, Jacob resumed his journey and traveled on to the land of the people of the east. Now he saw a well in the field
Oh,
and 3
boy.
droves of sheep lying down next to it, because they usually watered the droves from that well. There was a large stone over the mouth of the well. When all the droves had been gathered there, they rolled away the stone from the mouth of the well, and they watered the flocks, after which they returned the stone to its place over the mouth of the well. So Jacob said to them,
My brothers, what place are you from?
to which they said,
We are from Haran.
He said to them,
Do you know Laban, the grandson of Nahor?
to which they said,
We know him.
At this he said to them,
Is he well?
they replied,
I meant to pause it. I have no idea what happened. I meant to tell you this is Genesis chapter 29, verse 1 to 30. Most likely the whole thing.
He is well. And here is his daughter Rachel, coming with the sheep.
Then he said,
It is still the middle of the day. It is not the time for gathering the herds. Water the sheep, and then go feed them.
to this they said,
We are not allowed to do so until all the droves are gathered.
and they roll the stone away from the mouth of the well. Then we water the sheep.
While he was yet speaking with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she was a shepherdess. When Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, Jacob immediately approached and rolled the stone away from the mouth of the well, and watered the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother. Then Jacob kissed Rachel, and raised his voice and burst into tears. And Jacob began to tell Rachel that he was the relative of her father, and that he was the son of Rebekah. And she ran off and told her father. As soon as Laban heard the report about Jacob, the son of his sister, he ran to meet him. He embraced him and kissed him, and brought him into his house. And he began to tell Laban all these things. Laban said to him,
"You are indeed my bone and my flesh."
So he stayed with him a full month. Laban then said to Jacob,
"Just because you are my relative, should you serve me for nothing? Tell me, what are your wages to be?"
Now Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the older was Leah, and the name of the younger, Rachel. But the eyes of Leah had no luster, whereas Rachel had become a very attractive and beautiful woman. Jacob had fallen in love with Rachel. So he said,
I am willing to serve you 7 years for your younger daughter, Rachel.
To this Laban said,
"It is better for me to give her to you than to give her to another man. Keep dwelling with me."
And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel. But in his eyes, they were like just a few days because of his love for her. Then Jacob said to Laban,
Give over my wife, because my days are up, and let me have relations with her.
With that, Laban gathered all the men of the place and made a feast. But during the evening, he resorted to taking his daughter Leah and bringing her to him, that he might have relations with her. Laban also gave his female servant Zilpah to his daughter Leah as a servant. In the morning, Jacob saw that it was Leah. So he said to Laban,
What have you done to me? Was it not for Rachel that I served you? Why have you tricked me?
To this Laban said,
"It is not our custom here to give the younger woman before the firstborn. Celebrate the week of this woman. After that, you will also be given this other woman in exchange for serving me 7 more years."
Jacob did so, and celebrated the week of this woman, after which he gave him his daughter Rachel as a wife. Besides, Laban gave his female servant Bilhah to his daughter Rachel as her servant. Then Jacob had relations also with Rachel, and he loved Rachel more than Leah, and he served him for another 7 years. When Jehovah saw that Leah was unloved, he then enabled her to become pregnant, but Rachel was barren. So Leah became pregnant and gave birth to a son, and named him Reuben, for she said,
"It is because Jehovah has looked upon my affliction, for now my husband will begin to love me."
And she again became pregnant and gave birth to a son, and then said,
"It is because Jehovah has listened, in that I was unloved, so he gave me this one also."
Then she named him Simeon. And she became pregnant yet again, and gave birth to a son, and then said,
"Now this time my husband will join himself to me, because I have borne him 3 sons."
Therefore he was named Levi. And she became pregnant once more, and gave birth to a son, and then said,
"This time I will praise Jehovah."
She therefore named him Judah. After that, she stopped giving birth. Chapter 30.
And that is it. There's no one here. No one watching. Because everybody's sleeping today. Sleeping in. They can watch this later. So I will see you guys later. Love, don't judge.